Hello everyone, and welcome back to another super cool radio interview. I'm your host, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have a very special guest joining me at this time, making her second appearance here on the podcast, currently on tour with Sebastian Bach. Please welcome the lead vocalist for Stitched Up Heart, Mixi.
What's up, dude?
It is awesome to have you back on the podcast. You guys have been absolutely killing it this year, so I'm excited to catch up and chat with you.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man.
So obviously, as I said, you guys currently on tour with Sebastian Bach. So how has that been going? I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys were supposed to tour in 2020, and obviously 2020 happened. So how does it feel to be touring with him finally?
So we were supposed to tour with Sebastian Bach back in 2020, and it kept getting postponed, and eventually it got canceled. So it was kind of, it bummed us out because we really wanted to do this tour. And here we are in 2026 actually doing it. And there's only like a couple more shows left, which is kind of sad. And it's always bittersweet when you're coming to the end of a tour. You're like, you want to get home and see your pets and everything. But then you also are like, when will I ever get to experience this again?
Oh, for sure, especially a tour with a legend like Sebastian Bach. So what's been some of your favorite moments from this tour? I've heard a lot has happened with, tornadoes and UFOs and just great shows and everything. So how has this tour been?
It's been, like you just said, I saw more UFOs yesterday. I swear they're out there. It's insane. Just look at the sky at night. Just go somewhere. I've been asking to see them, and they keep coming to me 4 times now. So just open yourself up to it. If you're not too scared, it could be possible you could see them too. But anyway, yeah, so music and stuff, let's talk about that. It's been a really fun tour because, the Sebastian Bach camp, the whole camp is really, really talented, really, his voice, it's just impeccable. And everybody's been really nice and really accommodating and really hospitable. The other band, Blaze Francisco, are also really cool. So it's really been chill aside from the crazy weather and everything going on,
Oh, for sure. Well, I'm glad all the shows have been going well, and UFO sightings and everything. So was there a show in Area 51?
No, but I wish. I mean, I don't think you have to be in Area 51 right now to see UFOs. I think if you just go look at night, just look for a while, you might find them.
There's things out there that are not always explained or, of actually what is out there. Because we don't know everything that's in the Earth, space, everything. We haven't found out all the mysteries in life and space.
We don't know nothing.
I feel that. But this is a question that I wanted to ask in my previous interview that I did not get around to. So I'm curious for you, since we are talking about live shows and live sets, curious for you, what is your favorite song to perform live?
Lately, Cannibal's been really fun. It's just kind of a vibe. And because of the current status of the world and things happening, it's very interesting to see the crowd response on that song. To see who knows what's going on and who doesn't. But also it's got a really good groove to it. I always enjoy performing it and being a little sassy, batty, man-eater, Yeah, I gotta go with Cannibal right now.
Well, that's actually a perfect segue to what I was going to talk about, which is the latest single, Cannibal, out right now. So, for anyone who has not checked it out, what can they expect?
Well, first off, it's got Heidi from Butcher Babies, which is like one of my biggest girl crushes in the whole universe. We've been friends since as you probably know, like our very first show, their very first show I was at. I've asked to be in their band. I'm a huge fan. And we finally got to do a collaboration together. And it's just baddies being baddies and murdering men, murdering boys.
You know what? Very perfect for the times, though. So, but going along with that, so feels like obviously with Heidi from Butcher Babies Stitched Apart feels like a perfect like match with all of this. So, how was it working with Heidi? Because she appears in the music video.
I mean, it was just like having a little pillow fight with my best friend and having like her over for like a couple videos. We also we did a Soapbox, which is like a VR headset thing as well that's going to be coming out soon. So and the music video is just fun, and it's supposed to be cutesy and like kind of a fun little quirky play on murder, if you will. But it felt like having a pillow fight with like baked goods with fake strawberry sauce on top of them to look like blood. Like it was just really good times.
It looked like it was so much fun that everyone is having such a great time with, and honestly, like, all the recent music videos, you guys have had so much fun, including a lot of special guests in there as well. So how has it been working with like judge and jury recently?
I absolutely love Judge and Jury. They've been really a breath of fresh air because it's just really nice to have a team that actually cares and like is fighting for you and is like really passionate and driven, and so and collaborative, and they're always like really involved, and it's just nice. It's nice, and it's not what I'm used to. So it's a really great team with good people.
That's really awesome to hear. Obviously, I've interviewed some bands also on Judge and Jury very recently, and they've said very similar things with working with Judge and Jury, which is so great to see. And especially for you guys, like I really like the previous album To the Wolves, but like this, like the recent singles, just feel like it's very genuine, and you guys are just having like so much fun with the
Honestly,
latest
that's
music.
all. Like this record was about having a good time. There was no really deep stuff in it. It's all like just I was thinking going in live performance, I want people at the live shows to have fun, and so that's exactly where my head was. We were constantly thinking like four on the floor, or like almost like a club beat with that metal element. I don't know. It was just like quirky, crazy.
Oh, for sure. But again, it's just so fun. It's catchy. It's fun. I've been listening to obviously the first three singles like in preparation for this interview, and all I can say is just it's a lot of fun. It's catchy, and I really like the direction you guys have gone with the latest music.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to make, and I guess you can kind of feel it in the music.
Oh, for sure. So I'm kind of curious. So obviously, Medusa, new album dropping June 12th. So like, obviously, with these first three singles, is that a good representation of like what we can expect from this album, or is there more in store for us?
I feel like every song on the record has its own little character, and also there's 8 features out of the 10 songs on the album. So um, actually 9 features if you count I Said to Kill and Lauren Babick on 666 together. So it was like, okay, cool. It's a creature feature record, and with a lot of friends, and very female powered, and Medusa is very much that as well. It's I don't know. I feel like the Medusa goddess energy is channeling so hard right now, and I'm all for it.
Well, I'm very excited for this album. Like I really enjoyed To the Wolves, the previous album, but now like this one I'm super excited for, and these first three singles have definitely made me very excited to see where you guys go, and just with this whole album that it seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun and enjoyable as a listener.
Yeah, it's good times. It'll be out June 12th. So and there should be a new single coming out every month until then.
Well, I'm definitely very excited for that. So obviously you did mention some of the special features featured on this album. So I'm kind of curious. So like, who is someone that you want to collaborate or feature that you have not yet?
There's a ton of them. Some of them I'm too chicken to hit up. I don't want to say them out loud anymore because sometimes I say them out loud and then maybe I jinx it. But one day I'm going to ask them. So watch out, whoever's watching that is scared for me to ask them to feature. I've already hit up like everybody. Hey, you want to do a song? You want to do a song? You want to do a song?
Well, one that I would really like to see, and I hope I don't jinx this, but you guys in Deadlands would be incredible.
I've hit her up. Tell her to do it. Yeah. I hit her up. I hit up everyone.
Well, I hope that happens because it'll be awesome. I had her on the show recently.
Tell her I want to so bad.
Next time I see her, I definitely will. I definitely will.
Chick.
Oh, for sure.
She's talented. I first found her on TikTok back when we were on the other label, and I was telling our label about her. I was like, dude, you got to check out this chick. Like, this chick is insane. Like, she's really good. And then he didn't pick it up, and they ended up doing fine on their own. So I was like, dude, you're missing out, whatever.
Definitely missing out. She is so cool and incredible vocalist with just her range, and just her screams are just so good with everything. I first saw her with Nita Strauss, and that's how I got introduced to Deadlands. Also, I had a few other topics before we start to close out this interview. So I'm curious for you, since we talked about the recording side and the live performance side, do you approach like performing live differently than recording music?
Oh yeah, it's like a totally different, it's almost a completely different job description, right? When you're recording, I can't even be on tour and writing at the same time because my brain can't split that way. Or can it? I don't know, maybe it can. But I like to just focus on in the studio at the time. Even when I write down notes and stuff, I'll come up with like little, I don't know, words and phrases and stuff that I like that I'm like, oh, I'll put that down. Most of the time I don't do anything until I get to the studio. That's where I just open up and just let whatever feels right come out. Usually I'll have a subject or a starting point that I want to go from. But then live performance, so that's more like a calm, intimate, quiet setting. I know it sounds like it wouldn't be quiet, but it's like, it's a vibe, right? I had my dog with me this whole last time. It was awesome. And so you lock yourself away for like a month. That's how we write. And last couple times I've been in Nashville, which is really nice. Just get away from the normal routine and take yourself outside of what distracts you every day, you know? So I'm really open channel, and that's what I do for that. But then with this, it's like complete chaos all the time. Like, there is no calm. I'm constantly having to just check my energy to make sure I don't get stressed out, because there's always stressful things coming at you at all times, and you're just like, deflect it. I'm going to stay at a high vibration. You can't upset me today. all the time. I'm winning, just so you know. Killing it.
I feel that's like, especially like any kind of traveling or touring, that there's going to be like issue. You already know, like before you even start, there's going to be some type of roadblock or challenge already, like before you even start. But it's like, it's really just your attitude and how you respond to things. That's like, I'm not going to let it get me down. Like, it happens with everything.
Yeah, it was funny. There's been 2 moments on this tour that people have gotten into arguments over bleach. The smell of bleach. It happened. So we had a day off yesterday. I went away to a hotel and got away from all the kids for a little bit. Like, I need a day from you guys. Ow, you're hurting my head. But they all hung out, went to an RV park, and somebody was cleaning, and somebody doesn't like the smell of bleach, and that upset them. And it was just like, okay, that happened earlier in the tour too. So it's the little things that sometimes can really set people off. And they don't realize it's just probably stress that's built up that was just that one thing, or they're projecting something that's going on inside onto everybody else. We're in very tight corners, so it's 8 people in this tiny RV. So, sometimes getting your own space is good to have like a little bit. But yeah, the road gets crazy. I mean, we blew the roof off the thing. We dodged meteors in Ohio. Like you said, there's tornadoes along the way that we were definitely feeling some of the effects. But we're here, we're alive, and we're safe, and we're protected.
And honestly, at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. Like, again, there's going to be things like that happen that, you never know what life's going to throw you, but you guys are still here. You guys are still touring and still got, I believe, what, 3 or 4 shows at the end of this tour?
I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
I just know we're in Florida, which is where I grew up. So I get to see my dad and my grandparents tomorrow. They're in their 90s. And I'm very excited about that.
Oh, right on. Well, I hope everything goes well with that. And it's always nice to see family on tour, especially with, as you know, how much you guys do tour, that it's nice to see people. Before we close out this interview, this is a question that I really wanted to ask you. So I'm very curious, probably a more challenging question, but I'm really curious for you. So with Stitched Apart, I believe you guys have been around for, I believe, over 10 plus years, or close to 15, I believe. So throughout that time, has there been any point in your career where you thought about, like, maybe this isn't for me anymore and I should focus on other aspects of my life?
Oh, 10 times. I mean, I think that we think about that every hurdle, every obstacle that's like really hard. We question what we're doing with our life choices. Life is so short, right? There's been plenty of times that I thought about giving up, and um, the one thing that keeps me going every single time is that if I cross that part where I feel like, oh, I don't think I take this anymore. Like, it's so hard, Every time I get past that part, something cool happens. Like, you go on tour with Sebastian Bach, or you head to Europe with Escape the Fate, or like whatever it is. So I just keep going because I wouldn't be able to keep experiencing these things. What am I going to just sit at home? I mean, it would definitely be a lot less stressful to do something else. And I'd probably be able to pay a lot more bills that way. But I feel like I'm as long as my heart is happy doing what I love, then I'm good. And everything in life is going to challenge you. And I think we all question just what we're doing all the time, right? So is this the place I want to be in my life? Is this, and so we just have to look at it, find what you love, what you don't like, and what makes it worth it. And just, again, always follow your heart, and whatever your heart says is you're supposed to do, you're supposed to do.
Very well said. The only thing I will add to that is, I recently went through, like, kind of a life changing, moment where I was like, do I still want to do this, or am I happy doing this, and things like that. And then, like, I got a bunch of cool things that happened to me, so I was like, you know what, this is definitely worth it. And it always seems like once you like reach, like, like, I don't think I can do this, there's always more at the other side that like makes you happy, or makes you like, wow, this is why I do this.
Yep, and you wouldn't be able to have those experiences, I guess, without those sacrifices that you have to make to do that stuff. There's a lot of sacrifice in order. It's like it ebb and flows. You can't have the good without the bad, and it's like I wish I could be with my family more. I can't because I chose this career, and I wish I could do certain things that I can't because of the career. But the career is where my heart is, and I'm just still following my heart.
Oh, for sure. And at the end of the day, that's what you have to do. So I very well said with everything. So now, as we're closing out this interview, so obviously you guys have started 2026 off with some killer music, a great tour, Sebastian Bach. Like, we're just wrapping up March, heading into April. So what does the rest of 2026 look like for Stitched Apart?
We're going to go out with our friends Infected Rain. We'll be home for a few weeks. I have a couple music videos to shoot in the meantime. And then we're going to hit the road, just a U.S. run with Infected Rain. They're really awesome. If you don't know who they are, check them out.
They are incredible. So I That is an incredible tour. Stitched Apart, Infected Rain, like that sounds amazing.
We better get some mosh pits.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's required with that tour. All right, well, very good. And obviously, as we said, Medusa drops June 12th. Make sure to check it out when it's available. But Mixi, it's always a great time chatting with you. Thank you so much, and hope you guys have a great show tonight.
Thanks for hanging out, and it was good chatting with you, man.
Of course. I'll leave some links for Stitched Apart in the description of this podcast. Make sure to check out and support them. See them if they're coming to an area near you. But for Mixi of Stitched Apart, I'm your host, Matthew Thomas. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Super Cool Radio. And remember, stay frosty.